For
skip. Just
recording
skip.
purposes, I am going to recommend keeping a few different save files. Not even just for recording purposes. There's times where you just realize, oh, I fucked up. And you'll realize that, like, not a chapter later, but within the next segment of the game.
While I'm skipping these, will it, like, bring me to character choices, or will it just skip over those?
It will just skip over those.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's not great, but I can't think of a way around it, so I guess I can't criticize it that hard.
So, like, I just skipped that plus up from my dad because...
Was there one in that conversation? I don't remember.
Yeah, when he's like, well, what do you think of religion? And I'm like, it's fucking stupid. And he's like, yeah, thank you.
Like tips Fedora.
Oh, I do have their ages. Oh, no. Some of them are underaged.
Look. I'm not going to say
Raphael.
anything further. What about Raphael?
He's 17.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't expect it. What do these actually say?
A fair amount, actually. Pretty much everything
this
you'd want to know.
gives me more...
Yeah. This is just a list of all the classes. Basically...
What is this? Well balanced. The monk.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, we got notes for people?
So, yes, this is the more interesting...
That's right. I remember looking at this when I was at your place.
Yeah.
Likes horseback riding, tea, justice, being noble, and heights?
Sure.
Nobles who are not noble.
So you get a pretty good picture of who people are from these.
Just being noble.
Yeah. It's
collecting
fire.
armor is kind of
This
interesting, but
okay, here's the character trait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything too interesting from these.
I mean, it shows stars next to heavy armor.
I think I kind of mentioned that. Those are they call them either hidden talents or budding talents.
Yeah, okay.
So as you tutor them, go to Lysithia. She's the mage from Golden Deer. She's the closest one. No, actually Dorothea has one too. Never mind, you're closer to Lysithia. Yeah. So if you go into budding talents, you see...
Oh, yeah.
She's has a deficiency in swordsmanship. But if you tutor her in it and kind of stick with it, she will become proficient and pick up a skill.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's a lot of the time not really worth it.
I mean, it adds some variety to, like, the replay value.
It does, but the thing is that her physical growth rates are not great.
Right.
And most of the classes in this game kind of follow along that route where they're going to have either, they're going to be good with magic or physical abilities. And there's not that many cases where you would want a mixed class.
Oh, I can save whenever.
Yes.
Hello, friend. Oh, God.
Ah.
I don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, no. Okay, sorry, bye.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
That is right.
I am
Yes.
Von Eyre,
You all
legitimate
owe
son
me
of the
money.
Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house.
Hey, I might be a noble considering my hair color is very similar to a certain somebody that had Emblem at one point. I mean...
Excuse me. I have.
I don't act
almost blue hair.
noble, though,
That makes
so-
me a very important person.
Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Yeah. So he's that guy.
Now, you don't have a
Yeah.
familiar face. What brings you here?
You know,
My name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy,
just
I was
scoping out the ass, you know.
You should hear me sing
Just
sometime.
checking that jailbait.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
There's a joke there, isn't there?
Sheesh, Linhard.
Where?
How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student
Nope.
here too?
Maybe not.
Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Maybe. Wink, wink.
I've thought about it.
I am Hubert,
Long live the Horde.
humble servant of Lady Edelgard.
Oh.
I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago,
Yeah.
she is actually a princess.
Shame.
Nothing to write
In
home about.
times, she will be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with.
My character trait is that I talk funny and
I
I'm
am
foreign.
pleased to have met you.
Hello, I am foreign without accent. Oh, I missed these two. No.
Yeah, that is
Found everyone?
that is a really strange trope. The person whose accent is just saying words in the wrong order.
Yeah. Wait, so... Lock the taskbar, that's right.
Hey,
What?
You know.
Sure.
There's so many cats everywhere, but I can't pet them.
You soon. That was a common complaint on release, and they patched it in.
I just have to learn the skill first. Level up a little
I
bit.
think you have to,
I appreciate your efforts.
No.
so much effort you put in there. You really took the time to get to know everybody.
I really got the time to learn that plus button.
So now you don't, yeah. I don't
Hello.
really think that there's much to do here that we didn't do before.
Oh. That helmet looks like a weak point. If somebody were to slash against that helmet, their sword would just like angle, deflect downward right into your neck.
But it kind of looks like a Pope hat.
Yeah, it does kind of have that kind of touch to it, doesn't
Did you
it?
remember that you are in a church?
It's... Is that like on purpose,
I
or...
think it's gotta be.
I mean,
What-
why else would it be
Yeah.
that size rather than form-fitting to his head? So he doesn't get helmet hair, of course. No, it all makes sense. I'd
Not
wear
my
that hat.
anime hair.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, there's like the second floor. I never went in either.
I think that
Hi.
is where you came from.
Where did I go?
You went downstairs.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, there's also this kid.
I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks.
Sure.
Now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
He's great. Whatever.
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist.
Oh.
So your
Pound
dad is a
the current
little bit of a
captain is
bitch.
getting on in years.
I
The
mean,
captain
I
has
think
a
he's
hard time
earned his
dealing with the
complaints.
responsibilities of the job.
Yeah. No, he is
Right.
he's kind of old soldier, but
Yeah.
it does get a little grating. I think we kind of
Look at
touched
that
on
used
that
shield.
before. It's yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really. Nobody made you stay here, but maybe he has his reasons for being here.
He just wants to watch me grow because I'm his child, clearly.
Obviously.
I'm just admiring how they like bothered to add scarring to his armor.
Yeah.
I've noticed that like other people don't have anything on their armor. It's all just like glossy, fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Well, remember, a lot of people here either haven't seen combat at all because they're just students, or their armor is ceremonial.
Yeah. Like how she used him as coat rack. And there's also a knife in his head?
Look, don't ask too many questions. This is how that's how doctors practice medicine.
Of course, of course.
Hello, Professor. Dropping by so soon? Are you ill? This is the infirmary, you know.
I don't really
If you're
feel
ever wounded or sick, do feel
safe
free
in
to drop
here.
by. Or if you'd like a nice cup of tea. Would you? Well, some other time.
I didn't answer.
It
What
wasn't
is this,
even like a
Legend of
separate
Zelda?
dialogue box. It was just part of the same thought.
Why is this green?
The flower?
No, like the table is greener than everything else. Like there's a lighting there. There's a name for that, and like there's like a bloom effect or something. I don't know. I don't know things about stuff. All right, stab my hand.
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Good job.
You did it.
Yeah. Nice.
Notes. Yeah.
Nice mesh there, guys.
It's like the chalk dust effect isn't bad. Like it looks worn, but
yeah.
Beyond that, is that just the what is that?
It's like watery. It's like a wet texture instead of like a chalky texture. Like who am I? I don't do 3D art much.
Oh, I never noticed all the crests on the wall there.
Yeah? Yeah.
Look in the corner.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's
that
usually...
looks like the female reproductive system. That too.
A little bit.
I meant the one like that you're covering now. Like it's right by your head.
Oh yeah.
It's just
I want the Sharingan one. I mean, actually, like being able to reverse time a little bit, it's kind of like being able to see a few seconds ahead. I mean, Sharingan's more complex than that, but, you know, that's part of it.
It's,
I don't know. Being able to steal other people's techniques is pretty sweet, too, though. Oh, okay,
I wouldn't complain.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I've already listened to this. No, shut.
It is time for you to take
So
charge.
this I would not recommend skipping.
I can't skip it anyway.
Since you are new,
I mean, you can mash through it a little bit, but who needs this? There's no important decisions here.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard.
The Bleagles. Yes.
Your heart has made its choice then.
I mean, I guess so. Oh, the banner changed.
I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Nice.
This is our newest professor at the...
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy.
Don't be so excited, man. Come on, it's not that cool.
In a few days' time, we will be using it.
I'm just a teacher.
Yeah, when you say it
Well,
like
then
that.
again, there's only like 3 of us, so maybe it is exciting.
You? I didn't see that one coming.
say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest...
All right, we're back in it.
Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
Oh no.
Crests are a fascinating topic. But before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh. and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic.
I was calling him
display exceptional
Handlebarman, if
strength,
I remember
or
right.
any number of boons.
I would hope so.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding.
That look, like,
For now,
look is like, yeah. Sure.
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the
You
blood.
did say that.
However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well.
Why not?
Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest.
Is a
power.
crest like an emblem?
Perhaps one of your
Can I have a
ancestors
crest
had
of fire?
and you just happen to inherit
I
it.
wonder about
That
that.
is how a crest usually
Interesting.
presents itself, after all.
Just a thought. There's no need to look into it.
It's, really. Please stop.
Obviously, you have, like,
Yes, of
put
course.
your life into this,
Get to the
so...
bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
Is just this pool on the ground?
Yeah.
What is this?
We already did this last time.
A pattern
need to-
I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still
I'm
crests
such a
out there that
snowflake.
even
Oh,
I am unaware
so
of.
happy.
How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to
It's
consider.
fine. It added to
Alright,
your
alright.
character a little bit.
I have more
Sort of.
research to do. about this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Yeah.
What could this line here be indicating?
Okay,
Perhaps
still going.
it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps...
I mean,
Sure.
he
What
just...
in the world? Oh, I
He
see.
just keeps
It
going.
may be connected
He's like
to
a
that,
palm
but to a
reader, it
greater
feels
degree
like.
than usual.
No, he's a man of science. But yeah. So honestly, the really important bit there was that crests are passed through bloodline, but not everybody gets them.
Yeah. So when there's a time skip and my children start existing, they might not have it.
You are looking at this through the Fates lens.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. No, I'm aware that it's not a thing, but... Oh, good. This is my favorite part of any game.
Like playing post-release.
Yeah.
Notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend
Yeah, this
to
voice
do each
actress
month
knew it
and when.
wasn't too terribly important to be, like, super enthusiastic about explaining.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine. It works. Oh, the Monastery Schedule features different events on different days. Each week, you will have one day off, when you may choose an activity from your list. Your only option. Oh man, busy weeks.
Yep. Oh, can you actually explore this week? Huh.
Yeah, well, it's my only option, apparently. So what, just once a week we have classes off? Oh.
Oh, pardon?
Like-
Exit out of this. I can explain
Yeah.
a little better. So every every Sunday, you will have an option to either explore or battle. Okay, just go right into it. Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh no.
There.
Oh. Yeah? Workout clothes, alright, yeah. Oh geez, custom? Alright. Alright.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you got this just school outfits now. Like kind of like the little cape that's attached to my arms. That looks so limited.
That might be a bad mesh.
Maybe.
It's kind of symmetrical though.
Oh geez, just straight up. All right. I imagine the male character gets different outfits, but
not that different.
Oh. You know, it's kind of nice that, like, even the most revealing thing isn't, like, tearing off of her, you know?
Yeah.
But, honestly, I don't know. I could just, like, not have to deal with those sleeves at all. But everything else on this outfit is pretty, like, badass.
Yeah.
Although...
It is tempting to go full weed.
just basketball outfit. Alright. Without cloak.
These ones are
okay, that is a pretty, like, different vibe going on there.
The decorative sword is pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
The male one is... It's a bit more militaristic. Like, he's got the...
Yeah, that makes sense.
That, like, kind of Nazi hat. Do you know what I mean? Which
yeah.
I thought was an odd choice. Maybe it's just an American thing. Maybe it's just me, but I primarily associate that hat with Nazis. Or, like, you see it and you're like,
oh,
bad guy.
It's a Star Wars? Which, dang it!
What?
Nothing. Okay, yeah, no. I'll just stick with the class. Oh, but everyone?
Not but to that degree.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. So there's options.
Just I was gonna have you try it with a male character. Just because there's a weird thing about them. I can't remember if I've mentioned it before. Can you go back to that and pull up another character?
Oh, what, the unit appearance?
Yeah.
Let's go Ferdinand.
So if you go down to the servant's attire, he's got the towel, yeah.
Oh. Boy, you don't understand how this worked, do you?
But they all do that pose, so I don't really know how they didn't account for that. Alright. Anyway, yeah. Moving along.
I suppose we should, huh? Yes. Yeah, you know, when you're analyzing a game, it's important to...
You gotta check the maid outfits.
Oh, but the storehouse? What's in the store? Okay, enough of that. Let's explore. Yes. So, this is my room. There's plenty of girls' voices to be hearing. My own voice, Sothis' voice.
I'm pretty sure that's what
his
getting
voice.
At, but like she knows that Sothis is there in her head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just free stuff.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Should I pick it up or should I just be like?
I don't know what's gonna be there. I don't remember how much
materials,
of it.
I'd imagine.
Some of it, but I think most of that shows up when you
These are the students' quarters.
After you beat the DLC campaign.
You also have Your room is here. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct.
Maybe you could just say, yeah, they were able to pay for it. Just have it be Paid for dorming. Whatever. Oh, professor level? Oh, that's going to be hard to level up.
I'm not
It-
too keen on the professor of my
I
class.
am gonna walk
I
you
really
through
hoped the
manipulating
book
it.
was Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
So,
Oof.
basically, the hot tip there is, do you remember the fishing minigame from when you demoed this?
Yeah.
There are certain days, like if you look at your calendar, you might have seen there are certain, I don't know if they're ready for this month actually, but there are certain events in the dining hall. That's alright, you can just take my word for it. Or don't. There are certain events in the dining hall or at the fishing pool.
Oh, there is a calendar option here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not this month. But you want to wait for the fishing event called... I don't remember what it's called. But instead of catching one fish, you'll somehow catch 3 or 4 at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fancy
So you want to
stuff.
save up your bait for that day. Because each fish will level up your professor level.
Hmm.
So it's kind of a mixed bag because you get more points, but you get them later.
Alright.
It's like a 1 level now or a 2 later. But because they refresh every week, sometimes it's better to get 1 now. But I think it's generally better to save up.
Alright. Huh. Yeah, okay, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me know when you are hungry.
Oh.
I will make you a quality meal as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
I was kind of hoping the thought would just end there.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you're hungry.
Oh,
Mission,
I'm...
Let me know when you're hungry.
Jeez, yeah, okay. Now I remember some of this.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
So
right.
renown is pretty valuable.
Didu gave me what? There's a Pegasus.
Yeah.
So, like, should I bother to talk to everyone when they're...
Yes, at this
they've
point,
got
yeah.
something to say?
Pizza sure seems strong.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our
Because
class.
you will pick up some lore and occasionally get an option to support up.
I figured Yuritsa was
Yeah,
an
okay.
actual replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly
I just wouldn't put too
professor
much
instead.
stock into like reading
I don't
every
think I could
single
hold
word
my own
and
Right.
logging it away.
I could probably take you though.
It's a balancing game, that's for sure. Oh,
You really think so?
Yeah.
With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
could you imagine a professor being like, yeah, you could probably kick my ass? What?
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave. I care nothing. If you have,
Sir?
I'm
Please
pretty
be my
sure
friend.
that's the guy.
if you
I'm pretty sure that's the guy who does Hector's voice now.
Oh. Oh no, this is Marth? Because it's wearing a mask.
Yeah,
It's a funny joke.
it is. It is. You got the Fire Emblem fans rolling on the floor right now, absolutely dying.
Hey.
So that, yeah, there we go. And I think you can do it one
Oh.
more time. Yeah.
Oh!
That I find to be a little bit much, but
Jeez.
it is the most helpful one, the
Yeah.
most thorough one.
Let me tell you the problem.
Let me tell you.
The eagle. That refers to the twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian
Oh.
Empire's coat of arms. And black is
Oh, look at the fire above my head. It makes me look like a chow.
Black eagles.
Hi,
Ignatz!
this is the Golden Deer House. You're in charge of a different house, right? Too bad we
Yeah.
won't see more of each other.
How,
Happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
Sure. Alright.
So,
Our
fun
house
fact,
is that of the
you can
Golden
offer
Deer.
to let
Do you
him
know the
into your
significance
house,
of that name, Professor?
and he'll at
Golden
first just be
deer
like,
are
yeah, no.
sacred creatures said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial.
Right, like, he wants to learn from me, but, like,
Yeah.
not see me every
Ask
day.
if that sort of knowledge interests you.
So this is where you kind of want to get an idea of who you want to recruit.
Yeah.
Because at least in the beginning, you'll kind of format your classes on who you want to recruit.
There are two types of crests. Major crests
Oh my god,
are
everybody wants to talk to me about crests. Oh my god. Ugh.
It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes, the higher their chance of bearing a major crest.
Ugh.
Of course,
Yep.
there are also examples of
So
major
if I have the right
These
crest, I
people-
can use Great
whose parents
Ether.
bear no crest whatsoever. The exact
These
nature
people
of
can
how
talk
and
about
why
crests.
are inherited is still a mystery.
I don't like how in her,
There
like,
are two types of
her
Major crests manifest
picture
their power
here,
most effectively, while minor crests
she just
Yeah.
looks very
It is
shadowed
said
over
that
and,
the
like,
exact-
just upsetting.
She looks a little sinister.
Yeah.
It's absolutely loaded with value.
Oh, libraries are important.
I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity.
Ugh, jeez, I know, right?
Spend all my hours
Just, yeah. Just go to sleep.
Just kidding.
But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Just telling people the things they want to hear. It doesn't always feel good, you know?
Sometimes you just want to say, go to bed.
You should actually get some sleep. You might want to think about doing
I just
that.
have an overwhelming urge to tell people how to live their lives.
I am a teacher, after all.
Are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best.
You mean other people judge me?
With your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
Greatness from me? What, because my dad is cool? Jeez. Way to try and make me live up to my dad's expectations. Come on.
I get the feeling that your dad doesn't really have many expectations.
Dude.
Yeah.
Clearly stairs right there.
You could have just not put stairs there.
Dad,
Church has
are you
changed
complaining
since
again?
my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
Yeah, I get it, you're old. So my age is question marks, but like, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you left when around the time I was born. So like, I'm probably 20 something, which means I'm younger than some of the
It's-
students.
It's kind of a stupid mystery.
It's one of those things where it's like they let you change the name and like not know the age so you can put yourself in their shoes, but
I don't... I'm not even sure that that's it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I think it's really supposed to be a mystery. They just didn't really go in on that all the way.
Working on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
nope. No, he's very bland looking. He does that on purpose.
Not much to say.
Battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they?
I mean,
Well, no need to worry.
it's like a week since I got here, so.
I am more than capable of healing you.
But not the dead ones, right?
Have a scar.
No, we're in casual
Yeah.
mode, so yeah, you can heal the dead
So,
ones.
yeah.
Apparently, there is to be a mock
Here we
battle
go.
between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind.
You're in
My
mock
research
battle,
is
you douche.
proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No,
Just wait until the mock battle.
a couple
Yeah.
of drops on the device are all.
Come take it, bitch.
Sure.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
I'm assuming this is just to make him like me more and nothing about actually.
Oh, so much
You
more to
dick, you
learn.
got blood all over my carpet. I'll fit you.
I have very high blood pressure. I eat nothing but salted pork.
Professor, I hear you
Oh,
are
jeez, I
lacking
don't
in
like
knowledge of
you.
the Church of Ceros.
No?
The library
contains countless
What's wrong with Tomas?
I mean,
church. I encourage you to make good use of
his hair is not gray enough for how old he's otherwise being portrayed.
I mean,
I remember reading all of these books in the past.
there's magic. They're, they don't say much that you can't pick up elsewhere.
Yeah. And I assume there's no, like, achievement for reading all of them, so I'm just not even...
There's
Well,
no achievement for much of anything.
oh, I can't go inside his mesh.
But he returned to his post last year. There is no one as
Go
familiar
in
with
his
Monastery's
model.
archives as he is.
I go in my model.
You might be able to go inside those poles. No. You can walk through some of them.
Shame.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's half the fun
Like, I
in
know the
3D
ones in
games.
front of the dorms you can just stand inside of.
Running around at the speed of sound. Ugh. Oh, thanks for opening the door for me, but I'm not going in there.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they have automatic door sensors on in this ancient castle.
Here's an idea.
No. No. Shut up. Why? Okay.
Also, yeah.
It just didn't load yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
once you can get into the, Oh, if you open that up again.
Nothing to report.
Oh, this guy's great.
By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it?
Oh.
It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
I really wish I didn't come out to my parents.
let
They
your
disowned
students
me
die.
on the spot.
Times Pulse.
Yeah.
Divine Pulse.
Oh. Amiibo gazebo? I do have amiibos.
Yeah.
I have a Marth and a Corrin.
Yeah.
I bet they do things.
I don't know if it's just Fire Emblem ones that do things. Ooh.
Oh. But it's so far away and I attached my headphones.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it later.
I do have a Waluigi.
Do it.
Oh, it's so far away.
Okay, never mind.
Alright, alright. I'm getting up.
Alright.
I'll get up for the bit. It's fine. So many things. Ugh, I'm gonna have to reorganize all of this.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
I only have like 7. Okay. Oh, headphones
Shameful. Shameful.
first. Okay. I am back.
Alright, what have you got?
Alright, so first I got Splatoon mail.
Yeah, okay. I don't think it does it right off the bat. I think it might be next week when we explore.
Splatoon female. Oh, it counts as one character.
Oh,
Dang
it
it.
does. You do
I
get
thought
right.
it might.
Alright.
Alright. Now, Ness.
Yes. I would do your Fire Emblem ones, just 'cause I'm
Weird.
not sure how many you get.
Waluigi. No! Yosh. Items have already...
You're just not gonna do the thing I said? Alright.
Now, for the exciting ones, Marth. Yeah, okay. New music option. Acquire... Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine.
I
It'll
should
take
have
effect
done
next
these
month.
first. Damn it!
It's okay. None of the items are really good anyway.
Alright, back. That's all I got.
Alright. What'd you get?
Got some mint leaves. pick up. I got a concoction.
I think the best you can hope for are seals and keys.
Oh yeah. Pine needles. Just water. Bet Marth gave me the water. I got a crayfish, which is worth 1 gold.
Just on the ground. Look at this shitty fish I found in the garden.
What was it doing in the garden? Is that it?
You just found the missing link.
Yeah. You know, they're amphibious. Ooh. Listen? Oh, okay.
What do you got going on, buddy? Anything you want to talk about? Get off your chest?
Got a little confession I gotta make. Oh, okay. Ginger tea, not bad, not bad. What? Oh, Hilda! I saw you! Get back here!
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the academy yet?
No, I just got here like a few days ago.
I'm not one for all this studying and training.
This is still technically a tutorial.
Yeah.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on
Don't
us.
worry, I'll be using a stick. Or else I'd probably murder everyone.
Professor.
Thank you. By using my surname. Byleth Professor. Thank you. Thank you. I've already been there, but thanks.
So these ones those support moves you can just go right in.
Oh, Leone.
I'm Captain Zill's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor.
Wow. Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda,
What are you
and
saying?
Mercedes. Lady Rhea is quite the beauty, too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice.
Okay, you're telling me,
I think
a
I'm going to
woman,
like it
that?
at the Officers Academy.
There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see.
Do people
he hits on his female
talk
professors.
like that?
That's
I've got a small favor to ask.
Alright, yeah. Sure. And those onions sure do look like tomatoes. It's real hard making artwork.
yeah. Yeah, no, they took a real one and done approach to a lot of the item portraits.
It's fine. This doesn't look like a fishing pond.
Damn, another plant.
Do they like fill this up manually with things to fish for?
I mean, maybe they.
I'll ask him.
I mean, there might be an ecosystem.
I hate my life.
I don't know.
I hope I catch this fish.
Please protect us.
I wish it was a fish.
Oh man, I want to, but I can't remember the line of the like carp worshipper, the guy that's in the pot in Sekiro that wants the carp scales.
I still haven't played it.
Oh, that's right. That guy's cool. You'll like him.
It sounds like
reminiscent of toilets.
In the greenhouse instead.
I feel like your ear is very oddly defined. Like
what, under the hair? Oh, over the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Gonna get up these stairs eventually.
I'm gonna do
This is Model 64.
Oh, no. You gotta back jump.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Backwards long jump.
I never managed to really do that very well. Never really tried, but you know.
I think
the greenhouse here is really
I
incredible.
did it once,
so many
but
rare flowers I'd never seen back home.
I don't speedrun the game, so
Yeah.
why do I want to skip it?
Right? Yeah.
I just
It's just like a proof that I can do it, but...
So, you know what? No, I want to skip to just like the really ass levels where you just fall off.
yeah.
I just want to jump right into that.
Tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime.
You know, when I play Mario 64, my mission is just to get to Rainbow Ride as fast as possible. And spend as much time there as I can.
Honestly, I would play a game that was like the sliding levels, but just more fleshed out.
Yeah, it was a good engine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just the engine, but Mario 64 is a good engine.
I can harvest all kinds of crops. Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Yep. Oh, I can't wait to make everybody love me.
Nope.
After selecting an amount using the... Okay, yeah. I got one. Dudu gave me his seed.
Yep.
He wanted me to plant it for him.
I've been carrying it in my mouth this whole time.
Oh. Professor level too low. Oh no. And just, you know, blast it with some firebolt. It's cool.
My thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cool.
Now I can go back in it and plant what I just got.
What? Garden? Oh. Yeah, the gardening is a once-a-week thing.
Oh.
So you come back next week and harvest it.
Dude, what a dick. Made me waste that chance to garden just to plant his one freaking seed. Well, it said seeds, but just one seed.
You get what... I mean, I guess you get multiple rewards from each plant, but still.
There's 2 entrances to the mess hall. They know what they're doing. Oh, 3 entrances. It's symmetrical, there's 4. Maybe 5 on the far side?
No, I don't think there's one on the back. I think there's one on each wall except for that one.
Nice. Hello.
Hello there, Professor.
Hey, Batch.
What a nerd.
Well, I called you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
Yeah, you're like 10, right? Oh no. Oh no! They're both nice!
Shoot your shot?
Oh no.
Oh, don't try to loot Flame.
The monastery is kind enough to provide
I mean...
It's the #1 rule of 3 houses is don't try to loot Flame.
I'm not doing... I'm just... I want to be nice to her. I mean, I want to make her think that I'm cool so that she'll grow up to be more like me, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. Shut up!
Okay. Fine. So I think that opened up fishing, right?
Yeah.
Great abilities for reading and writing. With sadness, I still have struggles with speaking. If my ways of
They could have tried to give her an accent.
Yeah, I don't know who to talk to about that one. I don't know if it's the voice director or the writers or just
the
voice actress, but it's an odd choice, but she's fine.
Yeah. I
They
don't
probably
know.
didn't want to go like too offensive.
Yeah.
Do you want something?
Well, what kind of accent would they have in a world like this?
Yeah.
I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Off.
Yeah, no, I mean, my brain went the same direction.
Hell.
I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal.
Dude, just come on.
Dining hall stay open all
Welcome
the
to this
time.
guy's character.
I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
I agree, but get a bigger shirt. I mean, come on.
It's a bit, yeah.
Alright, so now I have to, like, decide who I want. Oh. That's a choice. Okay, now I have to, like, decide who I want.
Who you want?
Yeah. right? Because like now I'm gonna like have a meal with them, and they're gonna like me more. So I have to decide.
So yeah, open the just open the menu. You'll figure it out. It's easier to do in her menu. No. I'm sorry. The cook's menu.
Oh. All right. Well, hey, let me Yeah.
Oh yeah, high stakes here.
Yeah, a very different save file. You just gotta make sure.
Use them up.
Oh god.
So generally you'll want to do today's special because it doesn't cost resources.
Uh-huh.
And you'll see the blue arrow means that they'll enjoy the meal and they'll be more motivated from it. So I believe if you pick any of those three, they'll gain full motivation. So the motivation is the little smiley face there.
Yeah.
Yellow is 2 out of 4. There's a level above and below, but they're not important. They generally won't be there.
Alright.
So if you dine with either of them, it'll fully refill the meter. You generally want to pick a student that's in this blue area.
Right. I could either choose one of my students and up their motivation, or choose another student and get them to like me and possibly join my class.
You've about got it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give you the inside track here.
Mm-hmm.
Your students will gain motivation depending on how the battle plays out. So at the end of a battle, in kind of traditional Fire Emblem fashion, you'll have an MVP, which is just whoever did the most work. That person...
The highest deeps.
Will get... Yes, exactly. That person will get will get a motivation increase. So I believe if it's, say, Dorothea, her motivation will be maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
However, if your avatar character is the MVP, then all students gain 50.
Okay.
So, if you pick one of these other characters that you're thinking about recruiting, I think the most useful out of the bunch is Lysithea.
She's dark mage, right?
The line is kind of blurry here.
Yeah, okay.
But then, as long as you're comfortable doing most of the work with Byleth, and kind of forgoing some levels with everyone else, then you can get full motivation and get more tutoring with everyone else and be in good shape going the next month. That's the way I would handle it, but your other option is you're generally going to use the first week of the month to explore, and that'll give you some chances to raise their motivation then anyway.
Okay.
So if you want to raise your support and morale with one of these characters, then yeah, that's also a valid way to go.
Huh.
Yeah, get used to the option paralysis.
Right, yeah. It's a little bit on the tough side because it's like I want to look at all of their stats before I make a decision, but then that's a matter of
I can give you a rundown of their growth rates and their classes.
No, it's mostly just what I already have on hand and what I could use to help support my team or my class.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I'm pretty familiar with most of the units here. I think Mercedes and Marianne both get
Oh, it's not Mercedes?
They say it Mercedes. I hate it. But yeah.
Good for them being special,
yeah.
I guess.
Just gonna call her the Beds.
Yes.
No, that sounds dirty.
A little bit. A little bit.
Hate that even more.
Well, it doesn't hurt to have more, so...
Yeah. Oh, you can pick 2.
Yes.
I forgot. Duh. Yeah. I know this game.
No, you don't. You fool.
I just went on a 10-minute tangent about nothing.
This is my absolute favorite.
Oh, man.
How did you know, Professor?
They're just sitting there both eating like a full, like, shepherd's pie.
Just Oh, did you ever see that episode of The Office? Did you ever watch The
Not
Office?
much, no.
It was one of the later ones where they were like kind of getting not so great, but it was still they still had Steve Carell,
Right.
so it's still pretty funny. So there's one where it's like main character going, okay, so Michael just ate shepherd's pie, murdered an entire shepherd's pie. And then they show like Steve Carell just like taking it out of the oven, like holding it with his sleeves, looking all excited. Then he immediately fell asleep.
Yeah?
No.
I don't remember what was funny about it. I'm sorry, this was a waste of everybody's time.
Oh man, I feel like that's kind of The Office in a nutshell. It's just, you know, it's funny in the moment, usually like their reactions or whatever, but then it's
some
like...
of it, yeah. It's just talented comedians.
Yeah.
Like, part of it is the face he makes while he's holding the pie. But the actual joke is that he just ate an entire shepherd's pie for lunch, and like an entire family-sized shepherd's pie, and fell asleep. And then they set all the clocks to 5 o'clock and go home.
Nice.
Yeah.
The circle overlaps to reduce his stamina. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Time.
No pressure.
No.
Just remember that this is super easy, and if you fuck up, you look like a massive chode in front of everybody.
Alright, everybody, get excited because we're about to have actual gameplay here. Just, like, give me a second to finish reading.
No pressure.
Oh, my God.
But girls are watching.
Oh, you really think so?
I know there aren't girls watching.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus, girls.
Don't tell John.
Oh, Jesus, girls. Okay. Okay. Flatsbait. Do it! Hey. Oh, I did it! Perfect! Oh.
You got that.
It's not worth anything.
How did they figure out that it's somehow connected to a saint?
The saint prayed for fish to feed the people, and the fish that came was the Carcisius or whatever. Alright. Thanks.
Yeah.
Now I can do more fishing, or I'm supposed to wait for the fishing day?
I would personally wait.
Alright.
But again, it's all up to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, my professor level's pretty far away from leveling up again, so I feel like it would be silly to...
There is a dialogue down by the pier that...
Oh, you're right.
But it's not an important
It is
it's just
white,
it's an NPC.
but I can run really freaking fast.
The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince,
Yeah.
and the heir to the Alliance's leading house.
Okay, yeah, it's just this guy like pointing out improbabilities in the story.
Yeah.
If you're a teacher here, you better watch yourself.
Look, man, you write a better story.
I caught him red-handed.
Well,
yeah.
But
suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Seros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
Well, he was just like putting the Dark Brotherhood hand on the wall.
Yeah.
We'll play Skyrim at some point, right?
You know, if we can get it working on anything, yeah.
That is always the question with Skyrim.
I think the biggest question is whether we play it with or without mods. Right?
Is that really a question?
I mean, the easy answer is yes, of course we play with mods. But then there's also like we could just play it on a console and not worry about it crashing.
Yeah.
No, so from here I gotta...
Yeah, because I guess getting a more powerful, newer PC
God,
doesn't
keep doing
necessarily
that.
solve the problems of PC Skyrim.
Yeah.
if anything, it creates new ones.
Okay. Okay, so now...
It's like it just creates new processes to waste your RAM.
There we go.
And it just crashes itself, causing enough, creating enough processes to take up 16 gigs of RAM.
Oh, Skyrim. It's a great game, but man...
It's a beautiful disaster.
It is...
But the disaster is what makes it fun.
Yeah. Alright.
There is no thrill like the thrill of figuring out your mod chain.
Oh, yeah.
Word order.
Getting all of it to work so that you have basically you're getting to finally play the game you've been wanting to play with the new mods that are going to just make it better. Alright, so we done exploring for the day?
What
or
I
is
like
there...
to do is, before I go, there are some things, like, if you want to be really anal about it, which in my experience you generally do, but...
Yeah?
You can check all the rooms for items, but for our purposes, yeah. Like, sometimes they get a little sneaky and they'll hide an item in these bedrooms up here.
I did see a couple items down by the docks. I don't think I can go in these rooms yet.
Yeah. Looks like not.
Except for mine.
So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So...
How do I get out of here?
Help! Help me, Daddy!
You're gonna smell up the place.
Stuck in my room. I find it a little better to check the right bumper map, just because it shows the second floor as well.
Yeah. Yeah, things seem to be done here, man.
Areas, but yeah. I think you got it all.
Yeah. This is one of those games, right, where it's like, oh, I just want to get to the next battle, but if I just skip through time, then I'm gonna miss things. But you're
also, when you're in, I would save right now.
I did earlier. Nothing's happened.
All right.
So, you were talking about Skyrim, so
probably. I usually am.